Hello everyone. If you want to convert your Canada visitor visa to work permit in a legal way, make sure to watch this video. It is not an easy process, but if you follow the right steps and if you have the right information, you can convert your visitor visa to work permit. So what I have done is that I have simplified this process in 4 steps and I will be discussing about that 4 steps in this video. Let us begin. First step, you need to find job in Canada. So first thing that you should start doing is that you should start looking for jobs in Canada. But the thing is that how are you going to look for jobs in Canada? That will be the question in mind of most of you. So this is how you can get started. First, prepare your resume. Second, you need to be present in Canada. So the reason why I'm talking about that you need to be present in Canada is that if you are not present in Canada, some employers will not even consider your profile. They will not even think of giving you a job if you are not present in Canada. That is why it is important that you come with visitor visa to Canada and start looking for jobs in Canada. And once you are in Canada, you should start networking. So by networking, I mean connect with people in Canada and start learning about different jobs in Canada, different companies that are operating there. Talk to people, talk to your friends, build network, build connection. And finally, start looking for jobs on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very useful platform. You can use LinkedIn to look for jobs. You can use LinkedIn to connect with hiring managers. And you can also find job by looking on different portals. These are different portals that you can start looking at to begin with. Indeed, jobbank.gc.ca. So when you start looking for job and any employer likes your skill, you tell them that you are here on a visitor visa and they take your interview. And if they like your skill and if they are ready to give you offer, the next thing would be that your employer will have to get LMIA approved. What is LMIA? So here is the thing, if any Canadian employer wants to hire a foreign worker, he needs to get LMIA approved. So when your employer applies for LMIA, it can either be approved or rejected. If it gets approved, it is called positive LMIA. So your employer is going to get a positive LMIA only when he proves that he looked for Canadian worker or permanent resident to fill this job and he was not able to find a Canadian worker or a permanent resident, and in that case only he can hire a foreign worker. So if he is able to prove that, he looked for Canadian and he was not able to find a Canadian worker to fill this job, and that is why he is hiring you for this job, in that case he will receive a positive LMIA. But why LMIA? So here is the thing. There is shortage of some skills in Canada and employers are not able to find workers in Canada for that skill. And that is why employers are looking for people from foreign countries to get that work done. So in this case, what should you do? First, identify those jobs with shortage of skills in Canada. And second, identify the employers who are hiring for that job. For this, you will need two things. You will need to understand which jobs are in demand, and second, you will need to understand which employers are actually hiring. So you can go to this website jobbank.gc.ca and you will get an idea about the kind of jobs that are LMIA approved, and also you will get idea of the employers that are hiring for those jobs. So not only you will understand the skill set that are in demand, but you will also understand the employers who are hiring them. And now I have simplified for you even further. I have compiled a list of jobs with a skill shortage in Canada. This is not a complete list, but you can take a look at it. If you are a care provider, you have a good chance of getting LMIA. If you are a nurse, if you are a software developer, engineer, if you are an electrician, carpenter, cook, software web developer, designer, project manager in construction industry, these jobs are in good demand in Canada because there is a shortage of labor for performing this kind of work. So if you perform any of these work, you have a very good chance of getting LMIA. If you are a cook, I want you to search on Google as well. For example, this is what I searched on Google today, and I found this: Indian cook, continental cook required in Canada. So you will get a lot of jobs like these. So having talked about this, let me in brief talk about LMIA process. So this process is not easy. Employers go through a lot of work to get LMIA approved for you, and that is why some employer may not want to take it. but if you bring something to the table, if you bring the right skill set, you can get the LMIA. You don't have to do anything for this. It is your employer who applies for LMIA, and it costs him $1,000. So here is how it starts. Your employer submit application to ESDC. Your employer submits document to ESDC, proving it to them that they were not able to find a local worker to fill that job, and that is why they are hiring foreign national. So what is ESDC? So ESDC stands for Employment and Social Development Canada. So after your employer submit application, ESTC reviews the application again to assess whether your employer was actually not able to find worker in Canada. But if ESTC finds out that no, there are a lot of workers in Canada that can do this job, then in that case ESTC may not approve LMIA. So there could be two results, either positive LMIA or negative LMIA. Positive LMIA means ESDC has approved LMIA, and negative means ESDC has not approved LMIA. Assuming that your employer has got a positive LMIA, in that case you can finally get your work permit as well. Next step is obviously now you can apply for work permit. So what you can do is called flag polling. It is called flag polling because you are issued work permit on the border itself. You will have to go to US-Canada border, leave Canada momentarily, and when you re-enter Canada, show all your documents. You show your job offer, show your LMIA confirmation, show your work permit application to the officer, and then they'll ask you some question, and then they will give you work permit. But everything so far that we have discussed assuming that you have got a job offer from an employer in Canada. But what if you didn't get any job offer? So this is a tricky situation. In this situation, what you can do is that you can go to a consultant, immigration consultant. They know some companies where they have requirement for these skills, and the companies that are looking for people like you, so they can connect you to those kind of companies, but they'll charge you a lot of money. And if you can trust them, if that is why I've said that try to build some network in Canada, because when you are there in person, you understand what is happening around. You can go to immigration consultant, talk to them personally, and you will realize like if it's they are genuine or if not. You can talk to other people. So if you really think that they are genuine, you can go with this step as well. But I would suggest that try looking for job on your own. And if that doesn't work, then again these immigration consultant can help you as well, but they'll again charge you a lot of money. Be mindful who you are dealing with, if they are really genuine, and if they really can get you a work permit, or if they are a fraud. Having talked about everything, it is important that I give you some suggestions. So when you go to Canada on a visitor visa, the length of a stay at one visit is just 6 months. So assuming that you find some employer in your fourth or fifth month in your stay in Canada, but the LMIA process takes something like 2 months. So in that case, you may have to extend your visitor visa. And if you are able to extend your visitor visa, please disclose that if you are in the process of getting LMIA, please disclose that to the IRCC. And suppose if you are not able to get extension, if you don't have a valid reason to get extension in Canada, go back to your home country and apply for work permit from there. So in this video, I have talked everything about LMIA. I have talked about the kind of jobs that you can get through LMIA. And in the next video, I'll talk about without LMIA, how you can get work permit. That is, I believe most of you are looking at, and that is, I believe, interests most of you. So I will be dropping that video very soon. Please subscribe my channel, and please comment if you have any question, and you can follow me on my Instagram as well for any questions. Thank you.